Okay. So this is at page 73. Is it still recording? Yeah, it's still recording. Okay. Yesterday we did the product rule where what did we do with the exponents? We added them, okay? When we multiply two powers, you add the exponents. In examples A and B, write the expanded form of the expression, then express the product as a single base raised to an exponent. Remember, the only reason we write the expanded form is for you to be able to understand the rule that we're using for the day, okay? Now, today is going to be a little bit of a combination of today's rule with yesterday's rule, okay? Part A, you have 2 squared raised to the power of 3, meaning we're taking all these 2 squareds and multiplying them times itself, 73, times itself 3 times, meaning we're going to multiply 2 squared times 2 squared times 2 squared. But you can expand each of these 2 squareds to represent what? 2 times
6.
2. No, not 2 times 6.
I thought it was going to be 2 times 6.
No. 2 times 2. So the first group is 2 times 2. The next group is 2 times 2. The third group is also 2 times 2. So altogether, how many times did we multiply 2 times itself?
6.
Which would represent 2 to the power of 6. Okay? Part B, we are multiplying 4x squared how many times? Twice. 4x squared times itself. So 4x squared times 4x squared. We can expand it further. The first group of parentheses represents 4 times x times x. The second group of parentheses, 4 times x times x. Yes? Okay. So in the end, we ended up multiplying 4 times 4 to get us
4 to the power 4 cubed squared.
Yeah.
And then x to the power of 4.
X to the power of 4. 4 squared, x to the power of 4. Yeah. So what did you end up doing to the exponents? How did we go from 2 to a 3 to a 6 and 2 to a 4? What are we doing? We're not adding, we are distributing. What does it mean to distribute? Very good.
Multiply.
Multiply. So, power of a power rule. The power of a power rule means that you're going to raise the coefficients inside of the parentheses with the power outside of the parentheses. Okay, you're going to multiply the exponents. Power of a product, you'll multiply the exponents inside of the parentheses by the exponent outside of the parentheses. Okay. So notice the easiest way to remember the difference between the two rules here, you have a parentheses in between the two exponents. So anytime you have a parentheses, what does parentheses tell you to do? Distribute. And distribute means to? Multiply. Okay. Distribute means multiply. And notice over here in the bottom one, when you don't have an exponent, you put a 1. So what they did was distribute n times 1, n times 1. N times 1 is n times 1 is n. So you're just multiplying the exponents. Okay? But once again, today is going to be a combination of the product rule from yesterday and the power rule from today. Apply the properties of exponents to simplify each expression below. Remember to group. Remember to group your like bases. So looking at the first one, you have a parentheses in between your exponents. So what do you do with the exponents? Distribute or multiply. And 7 times 3 is?
21.
21.
Just multiply.
when your coefficient or your variables do not have an exponent, it is understood to be the number 1. 1, 1, 1. Take that outside exponent, distribute just the exponents, not the numbers. This isn't 7 times 3. It's 7 to the power of 1 times 3. C to the power of 1 times 3. D to the power of 1 times 3. You're multiplying the exponents. Now, 1 times 3 is
7 3
cubed, C cubed, D cubed. But you can put 7 cubed into the calculator to give you what? What is 7 cubed?
7 cubed is
Put it in the calculator. Put it in the calculator. Yes, 7 times 7 is 49. 49 times 7 is? No. 49 times 7. 343.
Oh, just kidding.
343.
let's
That's
go.
what I was.
I'll check it. 343.
Okay. Number 3.
Okay, thank you. How'd you get 343?
7 cubed. You put this in the calculator and it gives you this. All right. Number 3. 36 to the power of 1. B and C already have their own exponents. So you take the 1/2 and you raise each power, or you raise each exponent. We end up with 36 to the power of 1 times 1/2. B to the power of 4 times 1/2. C to the power of 6 times 1/2.
So like it'd be 36 to the power of 1/2.
This one would be 36 to the power of 1/2 because 1 times 1/2 is just 1/2.
And then B would be.
What is 36 to the power of 1/2? Type that in the calculator. No, don't try to do it in your head. Yes, no. It doesn't, remember, this does not mean number times the number. It's raised to the power of. Thank you. It is raised to the power of. It's not 36 times 1/2. It's 36 to the exponent of 1/2. Okay?
This one doesn't.
You're not multiplying the numbers. You're raising them to the power. So 36 to the power of 1/2 is 6. 4 times 1/2 is, what's half of 4?
2.
6 times 1/2, what's half of 6?
3.
3. So bring it
So
all
it
back
was right.
together.
Oh, it's right in my head.
Oh, you were right in your head?
Means this thing doesn't do the fraction thing.
No, the outdated calculators don't do that.
This isn't outdated.
It is outdated.
No, Hey, nice calculator.
You can do all, like, you could do matrix, you can do everything on that calculator, yes, but it doesn't do alpha x. Yeah.
Nice calculator, bro. You should've-
There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't do that. Number 4. Any coefficient or variable that does not have an exponent, put a 1.
Get my calculator. Get my calculator. What you talking about? You still my calculator? I ain't still nothing.
Were y'all able to put the 1/2, raise the power of 1/2? Yes? Yeah. Do I need to show you how to do this in the calculator?
No.
No, you got
yes,
it.
Just in case.
There's like carrot and then you do alpha
I
x. and then
think
you
I
do-
know. Hold on.
So you type in 36. Remember, use that caret
Oh, I got
button
it. Yeah, I got it.
Carrot.
that looks like that.
Look.
And it'll give you the small box. But whenever you get the small box to type in your fraction, alpha x.
I just press this, and I don't have the same answer.
What?
Because I wasn't here.
Let me see it.
But x
Okay,
squared.
so now you gotta do this.
Yeah, I did that, and I still got the same answer.
This.
No, but you have the 1/2. So how did you do the 1/2?
I did. Okay, 36, and then I did.
Oh,
that,
hold on. Is
and
it
then I went up
parentheses?
here, or-
And I have to
Just
put
delete it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That.
Yeah. So the fastest button is going to be, clear that, 30. Hold it. And that button right there, that's called a caret. It gives you a little box. Okay. All right. Next, we take that outside 2 and we distribute each exponent. Okay? To all the exponents. There's 4 different groups this time. That negative 12 is inside parentheses, so you make sure to keep it in the parentheses. 1 times 2. when we talk about putting numbers in parentheses, that only applies to your coefficients. It doesn't really affect your variables, so you don't have to do it with your variables. A to the power of 6 times 2, B to the power of 5 times 2, C to the power of 1 times 2. Okay? 1 times 2 here is 2. So you type in parentheses negative 12 squared. What do you get?
144.
Okay. 6 times 2 for the A is
12.
5 times 2.
10.
1 times 2
Squared.
squared. So put it all back together for your final answer. Number 5. Number 5 is going to be the first one where we have a combination of today's rule with yesterday's rule. So when you have two separate groups, the very first thing you want to do, step number 1, is to distribute.
Okay.
Always, always, always. Step number 1, distribute. Take care of your parentheses, right? So assign an exponent to any number or variable that does not have 1 and distribute your number. Here we're going to distribute it 3 times. 4 to the power of 1 times 2, x to the power of 2 times 2, y to the power of 1 times 2. Going over to the next, notice the 2 in front of the parentheses is not inside of the parentheses, so the 4 will not distribute to the 2. That 2 comes straight down. The 4 only applies to the 3 because the 3 is the one that's in the parentheses. Okay? So you get y 3 times 4.
12.
Do we have questions on that part?
No.
Okay. So now, after you get done distributing, second step is to group. We're going to group our numbers, group our letters. 1 times 2 here is, so I'm going to group 4 squared with
2.
the 2. That part you can just type it in the calculator. 4 squared is 16. 16 times 2 is? Or type it in the calculator. What do you get?
16
32.
times 2.
32. Okay?
Oh, miss, I have to go at 10:30 again.
Hmm?
I have to go at 10:30.
Is it already 10:30?
No.
No, I was just letting you know.
Okay. The next one. X raised to the power of 2 times 2. That's the only x in the whole expression. So I just bring it down. 2 times 2 is?
4.
4. Now we group our y's. Okay? 1 times 2 is?
2.
2. 3 times 4 is?
12.
Wait. Wow.
Times. 3 times 4 is 12. Now, this part here, that is what we did yesterday, the product rule. When we multiply two separate powers, what do we do with the exponents?
We add them.
We add them. So 2 plus 12 is?
14.
14. Once you're done solving each group, bring it back together for your final answer. 32, x to the 4th, y to the 14th. So like I told you guys yesterday, it gets more difficult as you add more rules. The rules by themselves are not difficult. It's just having to apply everything to one problem. Number 6, distribute first. Distribute first.
17.
You're fine. You take that 2, distribute it to the 1 and the 17. So you get, 5 to the power of 1 times 2, k to the power of 17 times 2. That's the first group. The second group of parentheses tell us to distribute a 3. So 2 to the power of 1 times 3, k to the power of 1 times 3. Questions so far? Once you're done distributing, then you group. 1 times 2 is?
2.
2. So we're going to group 5 squared with what?
2 cubed.
2 cubed. 1 times 3, 3. This you can type it in the calculator exactly the way you see it. 5 squared, 2 cubed. And it'll do the work for you. 25 times 8.
I got 200.
You should get 200 correct. We're going to group the K's. 17 times 2 is?
24.
No.
It is.
You said 24?
17.
He said 24, right?
Yeah, he said 24.
Okay. 1 times 3 is?
Close.
That you're off by 10, friend.
I was close.
All right. Now, when you multiply two powers, what do you do with the exponent?
Add them. 37.
So bring it back together for the final answer, 200k to the 37. Turn the page if you don't have any questions.
I'll hike the next one. Go to infinite.
I'm sorry? We're going to skip 10.
I'm gonna do 5 to the power of pi.
It's not that. They're not that bad. There's only 11 problems. All right, number 7. Take care of each group individually. The first thing you want to do is you want to distribute the outside exponent. Okay, so 4, 1 times 5, a 2 times 5. On the other side, what number are we distributing?
3
3.
to 3.
Mm-hmm. Remember, that's not, don't mistake that as 3 times 3. It's 3 to the power of 1 times 3, a 2 times 3, b 3 times 3. After you distribute, what do? Group them. So I'm going to group the 4 and the 3. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is? So in your calculator, put 4 to the power of 5 and 3 to the power of 3. It'll give you a big number.
2,706. No.
Yes, 27,000.
648.
Good. Now we group the A's. 2 times 5 is?
10.
2 times 3 is?
6.
When you multiply two powers, what do you do with the exponent?
Add them.
So 10 plus 6 is?
16.
16. Notice B is over here on its own. So what do you think you have to do?
Bring it down.
Just bring it down to the final answer. Don't forget about the 3 times 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 27,648. A to the power of 16. B to the power of 9. Now, the good news is the ones that you do have to work out by hand on the STAR test, they're not this complicated. Okay? They're more like the front part of the page. Ones that are this complicated, there's more than likely going to be a calculator skill that you can learn. Okay? Number 8. Melissa believes that these expressions are equal. True or false? Well, what rule would we apply to the left side of the equation?
Distribute.
Yeah, that was yesterday's rule. Yesterday's rule is the product rule,
So we
and the product rule tells us to
add that.
add them. 4 plus 7 is
11.
11. Today's rule is the power rule. The power rule tells us to do what with the exponent?
Distribute.
So B, 4 times 7 is 28. So are they equal? Are they the same thing?
No.
No.
If you gave me like 2 seconds, I could have done that.
Do what?
Nothing.
Okay. Number 9.
Explain is our work that we showed.
Hmm?
Or explain is the work that we showed.
The explanation's the work. Number 9. It says x to the power of 15, x to the power of 6 to the power of 4 is equivalent to xn. Equivalent means what? Equal to x to the power of n. So what they're asking us is, what is the exponent at the end in your final answer? First thing we need to do, you can put a 1 on the outside if you feel like you have to distribute something. Because once we start adding rules, it doesn't make sense to some people to do it with some and not do it with others. So go ahead and distribute that 1. With the second group, we're multiplying 6 times 4. Okay? 15 times 1 is 15. 6 times 4 is?
24.
And then the next step would be to do what with the exponents? So 15 plus 24 is?
39.
39. that is equal to x to the power of n. They want to know what is n.
39.
N is equal to 39. In other words, what is the exponent?
39.
Yeah. All right, number 11, skipping down.
Okay. Bro, we gotta use pi.
The area of a circle can be used finding A.
Whoa.
A is equal to pi r squared.
Oh, never.
Write the expression to represent the area of the circle. Well, and it says leave your answer in terms of pi. When you leave your answer in terms of pi, what that means is don't include it in all the work. Just leave it in your answer. Okay? What we're going to do is we're going to put all of this here for the radius. This is our radius. So we're going to replace r with all of that. So I'm going to write my pi. Replace the radius, 5x to the 7th, y.
How people can draw a pi?
You draw 2 little dots and a squiggly. I mean 2 little dots, 2 little lines and a squiggly. Bless you.
Thank you.
We are going to distribute the 2. Remember, that does not, don't try to rush this and do 5 times 2. It's not 5 times 2. It's 5 to the power of 1 times 2. X to the power of 7 times 2. Y to the power of 3 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. 5 squared is?
7.
Hmm?
What?
5 squared is what?
25.
25. 7 times 2 is?
14.
Done with that one. 3 times 2 is?
6.
6. Bring it all back together for your final answer. So I'm going to write my final answer down here. 25, x to the 14th, y to the 6th. You can't forget to bring that pi back down.
14 was
Okay? Leaving it in terms of pi, that means your pi has to be in the answer somewhere. Okay?